We are live. All right, just gonna check the sound quick and we will get started. All righty. Is the volume working? Let's see. I think we're good. I think it's working. Hey Luke, thanks for joining us. Sorry everyone, I couldn't wait until Sunday to do a live stream. I just wanted to get this bike open so I can ride it this weekend. This is the Ariel Rider D-Class. Last year I did a review on the X-Class and I was really excited to do a review on the D-Class, so we're going to unbox it. And of course, if you aren't already aware, Ariel Rider also has a new model called the Grizzly, which dual motor, dual battery, just looks pretty crazy. There's some videos on YouTube that I've been watching a little bit as well. But yeah, we're going to get this thing unboxed, going to set it up. If you have any questions, let me know. If you are looking to purchase an Ariel Rider electric bike, I'd appreciate if you use my link that lets them know that I sent you along and makes reviews like this possible. Great, thanks Hassan. So this box, rather, I think is like 88 pounds or something. I don't remember exactly. It came UPS actually really fast. I think so. It shipped out last Friday. I think maybe I don't even know if it like started its path last Friday, but then we got it yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So yeah, I can start taking some of this packaging now. Maybe just move it. I'm gonna have my assistant help because it is so heavy
and huge.
It's a large bike. We've already felt the seat, and I have to say it feels a little bit more comfortable than the X-Class. Let me move the camera up just slightly here. I feel like unboxing an e-bike every week sounds like kind of fun. So, all right, you got the fork. Grab the wheel. Got it?
Yep.
Watch the drink. Maybe not our smoothest one. We'll get the box.
It is heavy.
It's really heavy.
Here, just hold it.
All right. This thing is a beast. All right. Yeah, cool. Put the kickstand down. That's kind of handy. Move my seat up. And if you're new here, I will give my disclaimer that I am not a professional bike mechanic. So, highly recommend watching or reading the official documents that Ariel Rider provides, or any installation videos of any electric bike. Yeah, Luke, so this, it pretty much is a moped as far as riding style goes, and the X-Class is as well. What I will say, and I mean we'll see when I get on this, but I think this is going to be a little bit more of an upright riding position compared to the X-Class. It's a little bit more aggressive. It probably just kind of depends on what you're looking for. And we have so I believe the X-Class these days comes with the short seat standard. And what I really like is ours came with the long seat. And my wife and I will sometimes take that in the evenings when we can and just go together and go to like a local restaurant bar and hang out outside. We did that 2 weeks ago, and that was a lot of fun. Just be able to take the e-bike out. You got the throttle, plenty of speed for both of us, and yeah, I mean, if you want exercise, this might not be the bike for you. However, in the Ariel Rider Facebook group, there are tons of people that talk about how they pedal a lot. So I guess it's to each their own. We have multiple electric bikes, so if I am going to be going out and want a little bit more exercise, I'm going to take something where I can get my full leg extension. I'm 6 feet tall, and so this isn't going to be quite as comfortable pedaling, but yeah, and it's interesting. I get a lot of emails from people saying, should I buy the Ariel Rider X Class, or should I get a Rad Rover or something like that? And I always try to tell those people, like, you should decide on the style of bike that you want first. Do you want something where it's more like a real bike experience, or do you want more of a moped experience? And I think that's where you should start, rather than trying to compare specs when the frame styles are just completely different. So if you're just joining, you can let me know if you have any questions about this bike. I'll try to answer. I mean, I'm just unboxing it now, or any other electric bike that I own. Happy to give my thoughts. We can talk about like kind of recent news. So let's see, I think it was last week, or maybe the week before, I think it was March 10th or something, the Ride 1 Up prices went up due to tariffs. And yesterday, speaking of moped style electric bikes, Juiced came out with a letter from their CEO, and they're raising prices on all their electric bikes effective, I want to say it was like April 4th. I have a write-up on ebikerscape.com if you want to read it, but their prices are going up between $100 and $200 depending on the model. So just something to be aware of if you're shopping for an electric bike. I'm also, the tariffs are certainly a bummer, and we'll see what happens if the exception for them ends up getting extended. It took effect on January 1st. So we'll see what happens with that long term, but I'm a little bit worried about people who say they're going to buy an electric bike in summer, because I think it might be slim pickings if you have your eye on a specific model. I mean, I don't know for sure, but from what I'm kind of starting to see is electric bikes, similar to last year, are, with all the supply chain issues and companies not being able to get all the parts and stuff, that inventory is going to be pretty low. So we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but the other difference between the X Class and the D Class here is the battery is located right here, right under the seat. So that's just different weight distribution, kind of where you place the battery. The box looked like it was in pretty good shape. I mean, well, obviously, I haven't seen anything as of yet. And if you haven't seen my videos with the dual motor electric bikes, you should check those out, because especially if you want something that can handle snow, because I imagine this one, very similar to the Uniro electric bike, is gonna be really good and for snow and sand as well. And that's why I'm really excited for this, because we do take our e-bikes out in the snow, though it is all melting at this point. It's kind of a matte black finish. Actually probably turn the bike around. I can do that now just so you can see it a little bit better. The chain side. kickstand is towards the rear. That's always nice. See the big motor in the front as well. All right, so see the keys are attached here. I'm gonna put those to the side. Actually, maybe I'll crack open these boxes first. See what you get in the box. I think this might be the headlight. That it is. One of the cool things about both this X Class and a lot of the moped style electric bikes are these nice big headlights. Lots of visibility. I haven't been using an external light with our X Class even when I've been riding at night. Maybe I should, but I've been able to get away with it on well-lit streets, and so. We also have the reflective stripping on the rims and stuff, which is really fun, especially when you're riding at night. Yeah, so Luke, maybe I didn't talk about it. This is all-wheel drive, so got a huge motor in the back, huge motor in the front. I think the max speed on this thing is over 30 miles an hour, off-road only, of course. So it does have a Class 2 sticker right there. So it says max motor assisted speed, 20 miles an hour. And the all-wheel drive, it's really amazing in snow and stuff and sand. It makes a huge difference. The bummer is obviously if you have to, change a flat or something. You have a very, it's not a quick release or anything. You need to have a wrench, and that's why you might want to consider Tannis tire liners. In fact, that company should be releasing their 20 by 4 inch Tannis tire liners, or tire liners, and I think those prevent a fair amount of flats, so something to consider. Yeah, this would be good for Canadian winter, I would agree. I mean, we're in Wisconsin, so welcome to the Ariel Rider family. I really like Ariel Rider. They got a nice community, tons of cool members on their Facebook group. People are doing crazy customizations. So, let's see, these would almost look like, I don't know what those are. Let's see. One of the cool things, and I think this is unique to Ariel Rider, if you know of a different brand that gives you touch-up paint, let me know. But Ariel Rider does, so this is obviously a black. I got some blue with my X Class, so that is nice. In case you scratch up your bike. Toolkit. It's funny, it looks very familiar. So last week I did the unboxing of the Rad Mission. Their bag also says toolkit on it. Let's see what we have in here. Probably just, I'm going to have so many wrenches. Yeah. Just making sure there's no parts in here that I'll need. Not sure what this is. We'll see. Alright. Oh, it looks like some extra screws. That's always handy too. And let's see, I think the front fender is right here. So yeah, front fender. I'll be curious. I like using these steady rack bike racks. I think this will go into it maybe without, because I think it comes up higher. We'll see about that. Just keeps them out of the way in the garage, and we have a lot of electric bikes these days. Okay. Oh, these look like passenger pegs. Cool. Those are definitely necessary when we're riding tandem, so. Does this one state a weight capacity for operator and passenger? Let's see, I think it's probably 300 pounds. Let's see. 350 maybe? Weight limit. I'm not seeing it, but it could be on the website. Sizing? Let's see. No. I'm not sure what the weight limit is on this bike. Maybe the, I did have the install. Yeah, I'm not sure. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. I don't see it. I don't see it. Hassan asked, regarding pedaling, do you think it will be good fit for someone 5'6"? I think so. My wife's 5'5". We'll see. She can get on the X class. I'm 6 feet tall. I mean, it still, comes up pretty high. You might be okay, especially if it is the bike is lower, but obviously it has a top tube here. So I don't know. I'll see. Maybe I'll ask my wife and she can stand over it. To be honest, probably some of that depends on like how comfortable you are just handling a heavy bike. Like, if you have to kind of lean the bike to the side and put your foot down, is that going to, if you think that might be an issue for you, then, maybe not. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still like it's a big bike still. We have the Welgo pedals, very, very common accessory. Oh, if I can't answer the question, I have to chug my drink. I'll have a sip. Alright, so Welgo pedals, these are the metal ones that come on tons of electric bikes these days. They're fine, but you can get something that looks cooler and offers maybe a little bit more grip if you want. I really like the ones from Hafni, but they're not widely available yet, which is a little bit of a bummer. And keep in mind with these pedals. Hey, Allie.
Yeah.
You want to try standing over this and just to give an idea of height?
Sure.
So you're 5'5", right?
Yes.
So the pedals, the right one, righty tighty, lefty loosey. The left one is reverse threaded, so left to turn tight. Can you figure?
There's no handlebars.
Yeah, no handlebars. Put your hand in. So she's on her tiptoes, but still.
I would say it's fine though.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you're 5'5",
Sure.
and you'll be able to ride this, I would think.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think it's probably not that much different than the X Class. Maybe I can compare.
I don't think a real petite person like 5 feet would
No,
be comfortable.
no. I was actually out a little bit today doing some filming on the KBO Breeze that I unboxed 2 weeks ago. That was fun. We'll get this left pedal in. I usually do this last, but it's okay. The other cool thing is Ariel Rider has this cup holder right here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but kind of a small touch. Okay. Let's see what else we got. The bike is 73 pounds. Yeah, I think the shipping weight was maybe 80 something, I want to say. I'm not sure. Thanks, Charlie, for that one. Let's see. Here's the charger. Different charger than the X Class. I imagine it's probably because that's a different battery case. This says Sands on it. Should be 2 amp charger. Pretty common. And comes with some instructions on some care for it. I did a video on winter storage as well. Also, if you're looking at the Ariel Rider e-bikes and you're curious about some of the accessories you might want to put on, I have an Ariel Rider X Class accessories list and video. If you search either on my website or on YouTube, you'll find it. So, okay, I think we can take off the handlebars, and if I can find my snips. If you own an Ariel Rider electric bike, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Maybe you can share your thoughts. I think the X Class is fantastic. I'm not sure what you could compare it to at the price. I just think it's incredible value. It's super powerful. Even though they raised their price $100, I think last year, so it's $15.99 instead of $14.99. I think it's still a really great deal for what you're getting. And of course, they have the 52-volt version now, which is interesting. And what is another difference for the X Class compared to the D Class? I can see that the D Class here has a twist grip throttle as opposed to the thumb throttle on the X Class. So another small difference. I think this one, the D Class, is $2,200, $2,199. Tektro hydraulic disc brakes. Again, another thing that's just crazy about the X Class is for the price, you're getting $15.99. You're getting a bike that has hydraulic disc brakes, huge battery, 16 amp hour battery, I think, and the brakes is, you don't often see many bikes in that price range that come with brakes, hydraulic disc brakes rather. All right, so let's see. Well, this has to go like this. So the screen is looks like the screen is twisted around. Ohio Talon waiting on a pair of X Class 52 volts. Nice. Very cool. You're going to love it. They're so much fun. So much fun. It's amazing. I mean, my wife and I, we're smaller people, but still, it's so cool that the X Class can take us both. It's, I've never ridden a motorcycle and don't intend to, but taking an electric bike is just as much fun. You go a little slower, a little safer, maybe. All right, I think, just making sure. Yeah, so what's nice is all these cables are already nicely, wrapped and stuff. I just have to figure out, maybe just set this in here quick, and you can already see that the riding position compared to for instance, the X Class is going to be quite a bit different. And I think these are, adjustable. You probably have a minimum insertion point. My guess would be it's right here. It's like ribbed a little bit. So my guess would be that's kind of your minimum. And so I have to push these down further. I'll do that in a sec. So yeah, I mean, as far as So now I understand why this bike box was so long, is because the front tire comes on it already. That might have been the case too with the X Class, but that's just makes it a whole lot easier. You don't have to worry about, especially just with a front motor. It's just a little bit trickier. Not a huge deal, but it shouldn't be too bad of a bike to put together. And of course, after this video, go through everything and make sure everything's tight. Just get it up, set up for now. I think the 52 volts are they $17.99 or $18.99 the X classes, somewhere around there. There we go. Nice Ariel Rider logo on there. All right, let's see if we can get some more people chatting. Tell me what state you're viewing from. Maybe I'll put on these passenger pegs if I can find out. Nice little derailleur guard down here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 speeds. Shimano Altus. Very common derailleur that you'll find on electric bikes in this price range, and higher price ranges for that matter. See if I can find out where these pegs go. I really didn't do a whole lot of looking at install, so again, I can't emphasize this enough. This is not a tutorial. All right. Maybe here. Interesting. I might have to do some looking at how these look at some other pictures, but I think they go here. The hole is a little bit bigger, unless and that is a bigger bolt. Interesting. I actually like the pegs on the X Class a little bit more. They're like, a little bit more sturdy than these. And these will probably work, but we'll see. We might want to find something a little bit sturdier, especially if we're riding this tandem quite a bit. So I'll probably look into that a little bit later. Maybe I'll open their installation instructions and find that out. Quebec, Canada. Oh, so the 52 volts now $20.99. Wow. John, I think, you can wait for my review, but I think I'm pretty sure the D class is over 30 miles an hour. So we'll see. Off-road only, again. Let's see, I'm just trying to... So it comes with these big bolts for the headlight here. So that's going to go, the connector is right there. So that's going to go right about here. Also different display than the X Class as well. How many e-bikes do I have? too many. Let's see, we have, well, right now in the garage, we have a 2018 Red Wagon, Ride One Up Limited, Ariel Rider X Class, Uniro all-wheel drive fat tire bike, KBO Breeze, and a Rad Power Bikes Rad Mission. Yeah, so I have a lot of, I have some reviews to do the next few weeks and months, but I kind of wanted to get an early start because, again, I don't know what stock is going to look like for some of these bikes. So, and I should say, I mean, all of those bikes, I'm not going to keep them all. So. My kind of goal is to every year kind of have a main electric bike that I use, something, you know, of a newer model, something new from a different company or something, and then we'll always have a cargo electric bike because we have our 16-month-old son who rides on the back, so that allows us to go together as a family. So I will never not own a cargo electric bike. It just so happens that, I mean, Rad offers the best value cargo electric bike. You can check out my review of the Rad Wagon 4, but we actually had the older one, the 2018 version. I will try to turn the light on for you. Let me plug it in here. One thing that I think is worth, like if you are putting your bike together, just pay special attention to these cables and stuff. You know, move the handlebars left and right. Any electric bike that you're putting together, because it's just important that you get it all. I've seen people mess it up. You have cables on the wrong side of kind of the head tube, and so this is a really different connector than I've ever seen before. It plugs in and then it kind of screws together, so it's kind of cool. Just have to line up the, there's like a divot, 2-prong, and then I can't really see where usually these cables are marked with a line. There we go, I think I got it now. Unscrew that together. Are you drinking a beer? Nope. I am drinking a brandy old fashioned because that's what we do in Wisconsin. And we are out of beer, so that's the way it goes. I might as well enjoy myself when I'm putting the bike together as well. Alright, I think just making sure everything kind of looks. I think I'm going to rotate this display. Looks like it might be loose enough to do so. And so the power for the display was not connected. There we go. I'm just gonna try to power it on. Maybe I think these batteries you might have to actually like turn on. I seem to remember something. We'll see if I can figure it out here. Yeah, there's a keyhole. Let's see. Maybe that just unlocks it. I'm not sure. Should turn on. Let's see. It helps if you read the instructions before you put it together. did just have to put the connector on. Oh, this might have a power button actually too. Yep, power button on the back. I forgot about that too. There we go. Screen says Ariel Rider. Oh yeah, nice color display. This might be the nicest display on, there's that light. Maybe I'll turn it around later, but at least you can see it. So that LCD is definitely, I think, the nicest LCD that I have on any of my bikes that I own. Okay, so let's see, what's next? Fender, we can put that on. And gosh, I have to tighten up the handlebars and lower them, and that might be it. They do have interesting, I'm not sure, they have 3 bottle cage bosses here. And I'm not sure if that's so you can put it lower or higher. I'm not sure. To look that up. So Fender goes like this. Gosh, as far as putting a bike together, it doesn't get much easier than this. The cables are also pretty nicely routed here. You have so the motor cable and let's see. The motor cable comes up here and goes into the frame. And there's another cable, so probably from the battery that comes down and goes down here, maybe like the pedal assist sensor. That might be it. And then all the other cables go down. Oh, there's actually cables too that go like in this tube on the other side. So they're nicely routed through there for sure. I think the black looks pretty nice. It'd be fun to put some like rim tape on this and maybe have like some colored pedals, and I think it look pretty cool. Alright, so I can get my toolkit out. Yeah, there is a rear light. It's attached to the battery though. I can show you in a second. I'll try to take out the battery. Some of these Allen keys are they're longer, which is probably necessary to kind of get in here, especially with that light. I do need a smaller wrench. I'm not sure if they included one that small, but probably have one over here that I can use. It's really small size. I'm not sure if I have anything small enough up here. Let's see what else we have. That might be it. Might have to wait for it to put the rest of the actually, might have a multi-tool over here that'll work. So the rear light is actually on right now. I can see it. We'll see if one of these works. If not, rear fender will have to be installed. Oops. Oh, there we go. That'll work. By the way, if you're watching this and I have if you're watching this live, let's see, so I have some credit with Hemingway, which sells electric bikes, and I have some credit for accessories. So if you want, you can go to Hemingway's website and look at all of their accessories. There's there's these multi-tools on there. There are some gloves, and there are some mirrors. And if you want any of those items, you can email me at ryan@ebikescape.com. Tell me what you want, and I will get them shipped to you. I have some credit to use up, and I first offered it to the Rad Owners Forum, which I run at radowners.com, but I have some extra credit, so if you want any item really under $50 from them. I think I have to tilt this up a little bit. Doesn't quite look right. We'll go like this for now. Might adjust this later. Just looks like that kind of plate is in the way here. Alright. Good enough for now. I mean, this Fender, we can get it, obviously, this front looking, angled up a little bit more. It just looks like I might have to move this this plate a little bit to adjust it. But I mean, this front fender isn't going to do a whole lot anyway, so I don't even know if I'll leave it on. Okay, let's see. Let's get these handlebars down. I think I need to loosen up. In fact, these bolts weren't installed, so hopefully there's some extras. And we'll just use this multi-tool. I believe this is the same fork that's in the that's on the X class. It looks very similar, at least. Okay, I think I'm past the. All right, so you can tell this is going to be, maybe I should put the camera up a little bit, but you can tell the riding position is going to be just a little bit different. Oops. So, something like that. If you'd like, you can go further. Definitely can go further down. I think there's room to do that. I might just put it slightly down. Or maybe that is it, I'm not sure. There we go, it does go down further. We'll go with that for now. Can always adjust in the future. Again, these are, very easy to put on. There's just 2 bolts here. And actually, I should make sure that there's kind of these spacers. Just want to make sure. I think those are in. While I'm not a professional installing these, you should definitely go through the entire bike before you ride it and make sure that everything is set up properly. Yeah, there is lots of room for a frame bag, especially down here. You can, like I know the X Class has with the small seat, you can get the rear rack, which I think are out of stock. And I think this I think the D class does have one as well. Let's see, do these have washers on them? Hard to tell. The only thing I'm not sure where they go are these. They're not for the axles or anything. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up, where those go. There's two of them. Guess not. Guess you don't use washers for those. Not sure if this cup holder, there it goes, yeah, the cup holder adjusts a little bit. I don't think it'll, I don't have, should have a circle glass, maybe we could fit it in there. So yeah, this is pretty cool looking. I like it. Even nice that they have the chain guard on this one. I'm not sure about this Fender. I'm not sure how much it's gonna help me out. We'll see. Might just take that off. Might just be easier. Okay. Let's see. What else do we want to do? It's got a bell. Not a whole lot of room for like mirrors. If I move the bell, because of these handlebars, because of the way, I'm not sure if you can see this here, but because they come down like right here. I mean, you're going to put a mirror there. If you put a handlebar mirror there, it's going to maybe end there. I don't know if it's going to give you the visibility. Less of an issue on the left side, because you could just move this, power button. The other thing with the all-wheel drive, they do give you the option to go front motor, rear motor, or both, which is really handy, especially if you want to conserve battery power. So that's really handy. And let's see, maybe I'll try to, I can take out the battery and show you guys, maybe. Let's see, unlock it. I'm not sure how hard this is to, does have an indicator on there. Charge port off the back. I don't know if I need to. It seems like it's coming loose, but I'm not sure. I would assume left would be. It's unlocked. There we go. So here's that battery. It's massive. I think it's 18 amp hours. Pretty sure. Yeah, 48 volt, 18 amp hours. Here's the that light that I was talking about on the back. There's that power switch that I'd forgotten about, and then there's an indicator whether it's full, and then the charge port. So I don't know how much this rear light, how good it is. Maybe it's okay for nighttime riding. Usually the lights that come on electric bikes aren't great for riding during the day, like no visibility, but at night they provide some. And then it kind of slides in on this plate. And then you got the keys. That's slick. Very nice. I think you got 180 millimeter discs. Yep. Yeah. So really happy. Let's see. If you have any other questions, let me know now. I'm probably going to wrap this up pretty quick. So the only thing I didn't really do, I didn't put the passenger pegs on because I want to make sure I put those on. I think they just go here. I'm just not sure because they fold up. So I'd imagine they go like that, but let's see. I can turn it on again. So there's that front light. Probably hard to tell in here, and then the rear light. See if it goes. It does go a little bit brighter when I hit the brake as well. So yeah, I'll answer any last questions that you have. And yeah, this will be a bike that I'll be reviewing over the next couple weeks. I'm not sure. It's just gonna depend. I got the KBO Breeze, I got the Rad Mission to review, I got this one to review, and I actually have one other electric bike on the way, and possibly one more, and then that might be it for a while. We'll see. Water cover for the forks. Okay, let's see. So, okay, so these probably should have gone in before. I think you're right. Thanks, thanks Ohio Town. I think you're right. So I'm gonna do that. And what's really cool is I have an X class, and now I have a D class, so I can compare these bikes side by side. I can put them next to each other. I can do, if I can find a friend, I can do some speed tests side by side. I don't think anything's going to be a match for this. I think I saw one video of a guy riding a D class, and he was at a stoplight, and I'm pretty sure with both motors engaged, he pretty much like the front tire was like spun out, like it didn't have traction, which is just crazy. Those did have washers on them. The other ones didn't. And let's see, what else? Let me know, if you're watching this live, let me know what electric bike you're looking at. I'd love to hear, or which one you already own, even if it's not an Ariel rider. Doesn't matter. Now that I push these in here, see if I can get them out. There we go. Water covers. That was a good call. Makes sense. And I'm really excited that this has a twist grip throttle, because like I said earlier, I tend to ride my moped style electric bikes throttle pretty much all the time, and so it's going to be much easier to hold that. All right, we're past that minimum insertion. It doesn't say minimum insertion, I just think that's what it is. I think this is going to be a little bit more comfortable to kind of cruise on compared to the X class. Although that's like a fun, more like a motorcycle experience, I guess. So, and I've seen people put on, other handlebars on the X class. So I mean, you can customize these bikes as much as you want. the nice thing is, I mean, if you're kind of using this as a moped, it doesn't really matter what derailleur's on, you're shifting, I mean, if you're not really helping pedal and you don't have to, just the rear motor. If you are new to my channel or anything, I post on social media, Instagram, Facebook, I'm on Twitter. I put out at least a video a week, sometimes more, sometimes live stream. We'll see how many weeks I can do a live unboxing of electric bikes. I also have an email newsletter that I send out every month. I don't like to spam people, so you can sign up for that at my website, ebikescape.com. I already talked about the Rad Owners Forum. I have links to my favorite brands on my website. I have an electric bike accessories list where I have my favorite electric bike accessories, many of which that I have reviewed myself, helmets and mirrors and lights and pretty much anything. I keep that updated. That's something that I do frequently. The other thing I think that's worth mentioning just quickly before I read through your comments, these tires have a little bit tread to them. The X class that I had more street tires. So, I mean, maybe something to just consider. You can obviously buy different tires depending on your preference. So, all right, let's see here. Oh, two people sit comfortably. Hang on, let me see if I can make that happen. Just give me 1 minute. And let's see what else we got here. A Volt Bike Mariner, I'm gonna look that up. I like Volt Bike. I haven't reviewed any of their bikes. I got in touch with them. Oh, it's a nice little folding bike. Nice. I think they offer pretty good value. $17.49. That's not bad. All right. Let's see. Love to see how this stacked up against Super 73 S2. Yeah, me too. I would love to see how this compares. Oh, someone wants to see tandem space-wise.
Oh.
So we can show them.
There's no.
There are foot pegs. I just didn't install them, and because I'm not sure. I think they go there, but I'm not sure. So I'll take a little bit extra time to look at it. So you'll have to wait for your foot pegs. So yeah, there's. What do you think? Is the same amount of room as the X class?
A lot more.
More room than the X class.
Yeah.
Really? You think so?
If you're
Okay.
sitting in the same spot as you were last time.
Well, maybe. Well, on the X class, I'm more, hunched over, but.
No, plenty of room.
Okay. So there you have it.
I always feel so cool riding this with two people. So cool.
All right, let's see what else we got. Yeah, okay, so Super 73, yeah, I would love to compare them. I wish if someone close, was near me, I'd maybe ask them to hop on and stuff to do a direct comparison. My guess, I have no idea, especially the S2, I'm trying to think. So the S1, the S2, and then the RX. The S2 is probably a little bit faster. I really love the design of Super 73. They look fantastic. I'm just not sure if they're as fast. There's some YouTube channels out there that do group rides on moped-style electric bikes. So you can check that out. They compare them, and my opinion has always been the Ariel rider bikes, especially the X class, and from what I've seen of the D class, they're crazy powerful, and kind of they're, maybe not as well known, but they're really fast. So now I might be thinking of getting an all-wheel drive for next winter, rear-wheel drive. It's terrible with slush and snow. Yeah, that Volt Bike Mariner, that's fat tires. Are they 3 inches or 4 inches? So the thing is, all-wheel drive, it definitely makes a difference. There's just not a ton of options too, for studded tires. That's one reason we really like our we really like our Rad Wagon because it just has 26-inch wheels, and so you can put on studded tires. You can find studded tires that size very easily. But yeah, Luke, check out my Uniro all-wheel drive fat tire review. I'm not saying like I think it's a great bike, but I'm just saying if you're looking at something like this, just to get a sense of what an all-wheel drive bike can do. And what's really crazy is on the Uniro bike, similar to this one, I was riding around in the snow just with rear wheel, and same in the sand. And once you engage that front motor, you just get so much more traction. Of course, the ultimate would be if you can have all-wheel drive with studded tires. That would be really, really cool because you'd pretty much be, unstoppable. What I find just generally is it's kind of difficult to go in a lot of fluffy snow. Anything hard packed is pretty easy. Even the ice, we took the Uniro bike out on the ice a little bit, and that was fine. Of course, there's snow over, it wasn't just straight ice, but it performed surprisingly well. So, yeah, and we'll have this. I'll be curious to compare this to our Uniro all-wheel drive. I'm not sure how much of a difference the 20-inch wheels or tires will make compared to the full-size 26-inch. But yeah, I think these are 4 inches wide. So yeah, but I was really pleasantly surprised having an all-wheel drive how much of a difference it can make in snow. What is your opinion with aerial rider and snowy weather and light rain motor-wise? I mean, for instance, you can tell me if I'm not answering your question, but for instance, for the X class, motor-wise, I don't think you're going to. That bike goes 27, 28 miles per hour, throttle only, with me on it. So, yeah, like motor-wise, it's not a problem. The tires will, they'll be powerful. I would say with like the X class, you might want to put something knobby on them. But yeah, motor-wise, I think you're definitely fine. I would put some more tires with tread on them. But yeah, compared to, looking at, for instance, if we were talking about an X class compared to like a Rad Rover, as far as like powerful motor, of course you can upgrade the Rad Rover controller and those things, but the Ariel Rider motor beats it hands down. That motor is crazy powerful. Just you can watch my YouTube video called like Ariel Rider Crushing Hills or something like that. I took it up a pretty big hill, and yeah, in my opinion, you will not be disappointed by the motor on the X class, and I imagine this one as well. So, okay, I will give it one more minute, and we'll wrap this up. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for your support. If you've been following me for a long time, it's always fun to just kind of hang out and unbox a new electric bike. I'll be taking this out for a ride tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a short video on like Instagram or something, just showing the power on it. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be fun. I'll be curious. The seat is definitely more comfortable than the X class. And of course, there's, like I talked about, the community in Ariel Rider. On the Facebook group, if you want a custom seat for the D class or the X class, there's this guy, I think his name is Saul, and he'll customize seats. They look, incredible. You can get like different colors of stitching and all sorts of crazy things. It's just like any other hobby, you can customize to your heart's content. So, all right, thanks everyone for joining. I'm going to sign off for the night, and yeah, please subscribe if you're new. Like this video, check out ubikeescape.com. Any links in there help me out. So, thanks. Have a good Friday evening.